What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream here on Friday. International Master William Paschall coming to you from the US of A for a couple more weeks, guys. Then hopefully we'll be moving to Europe again. Not the moon of Europa, but the continent. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be playing 5+3 casual challenges to all the people today. So I'm not just taking our subscribers, but in front of everyone else, I'm taking open challenges. So anybody, basically the first players to challenge me to 5+3 casual, like Morwa here, will get to. If you have 100 games, I just want my opponents to have a chance.
Okay, it's 5+3. We need to have. Am I on? Okay. We need to have 5+3 casual, 100 games, no provisional, dudes. Anyway, good luck.
You sounded like the old panda. Hello. The macro pandas in here from the United States. All right, Friday we're playing 5+3 casual. We got a challenge from a while. Let's get it started. He's getting tough. This guy. He's getting tough. 5+3. Fast player with talent. 2102 was a good year. Alright. Maybe I can live till 2102. Need to try freezing. Let's go. Alright. What are we going to play here? E4. Does he play E5 or C5? Ludwig AC. Welcome. Welcome, Teddy. Welcome, Ludwig. Good to see our subscribers in the house. Hopefully we'll have some new guests as well. What can we do? Let's see. We can mess with him a little bit here. New to the Sicilian. New to you. The Sicilian is not new, but it's new to you. My ex-used car. All right. What will black play? Actually, this order is really especially useful against certain players. He's playing an E6 type of Sicilian. That's not a player we really need to use the weird move order against. This knight E6 is good against certain players. I guess Sveshnikov types. Okay, knight takes d4. Actually, Najdorf types. Knight takes d4. This is an unusual move. Bishop d5. I don't know anything about this. Not a classic move. Temptation is knight b5 now. So there's also knight b3 and knight takes c6, obviously. Okay, we'll play the logical move. I've never really studied this. I assume this is good for white. I assume. D6. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I don't know anything about this position. I could possibly play knight. Bishop g3 looks like a bad square. And he's also threatening a6 now. So did I mess up? Or was this a good idea? Controversial position. Bishop e3. Okay, guys, this is all new. Black is done, said Bob. Wish I was so certain as you. Merle's here. JCS, good to see you. So obviously my original intention was like bishop b3, but that's ridiculous because he can play a6, and then my position is strange. I have no clue. But I guess bishop e3 is a really good move. Okay. I really don't have time to play games with my mom. With the time control. Alright, so bishop b4. Not what I expected. Wow. So black kind of surrendered. I surrender. Needs less chess, more of the male physical form. Alright. You're making us all nervous. Guess we'll keep the structure. Could play bc and force him to play king e7. Then my knight is marooned. I don't know if that's a good idea. We'll stick with this. The bishop for what it's worth. Backward. I'm threatening it again, essentially. To play knight b5. He's ignoring it. Alright, well, I oblige. I oblige myself. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, this... Where's Astrobate? Astrobate must be at his job. Good to see you guys. Bob, Ludwig, everybody. You want to challenge me? Everyone with 100 games established rating on lichess is welcome to challenge me. So we've got a weird variation with bishop c5. I don't know if I've ever really or thought about it too much. I don't even remember trying that against me. I don't even know if it has a name. Alright guys, welcome to the stream. We're going to be streaming for 2 hours, maybe more. Just 5+3 blitz. Everyone's welcome. Difficult to avoid a trade of queens here. Basically impossible, I think. Ludwig AC, thanks for joining me. All you guys. Queen A5 check. Whoa. Okay. I don't understand this. Well, now I understand. So it's some sort of crazy thing. He's trying to get his queen trapped, but it's not trapped yet. Well, I mean, I don't have to freak out. I mean, maybe, honestly, b4 is unnecessary. Let's just play this. Unnecessary roughness. b4 gets a little weird. It's probably strong, but I don't have time to calculate it right now. So, I challenge you to 1.0. Yeah, that's my thing, man. That's my specialty is 1.0. I have 0 bullet games on lichess.org. Don't play bullet. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. But I can respect other people who want to spend their time playing bullet chess. Alright, queen d2. I don't find it fun to just watch people and drop pieces. That's not chess, in my opinion. Alright, queen d2. Let's go. You'd love to know my true bullet strength. Well, my true bullet strength, you know, probably was reasonable at some point, like 20 years ago when I would occasionally play bullet. But I imagine that it's pretty weak now that I'm never playing like sudden death, you know, faster. The fastest time you're playing is like 3-0. How do you want to do this? Retain the castle or play king takes? Like in any case, it's going to be a problem. So we might as well retain the right to castle here. I mean, we could try going d6 with the knight. We have a lot of options. Actually, knight c7 as well is not bad. 6. 2 Bs. The killer Bs. I'd be like 2100 now. No, I'm definitely not 2500 blit. I mean, I'm too slow. Too like panicky. I'd have to practice a lot to get back to any sort of like tenable, reasonable bullet rating. Get back to. I mean, that's a very strange capture. Why would he take with his knight like that? What an impulsive move. That is strange. Weird recapture by the opponent there. What is he heading for? Where is he heading for? What is he heading for? What is his heading? We're playing one time control here. It's very complicated, but we're only playing 5+3. It's right on my stream. It's right at the bottom of the page. 3 casual open challenges. There's one time control, and I will accept those. So knight b6. All right, he's like got some deep ideas. Who would even play that move? A knight takes c8 so you could play knight b6. Crazy. Crazy stuff. We're gonna need good technique here. Needy. I guess I should have considered taking and just playing king e2 and keeping my king in the center. It's just like one problem after another. Alright. It's complicated, obviously. We're not doing rated challenges. You can read the bottom of the stream 5+3. It's very deep. Castles. Hitting knight to the knight at b6. So many problems, so little time. These knights are pretty irritating here. Please lose on time. I made a mistake here. I should have just taken his knight out. Knight a8. That was an unexpected move. Mastering the increment. Man, this guy's play is unbelievable. Beat me again. Wow. His endgame technique is like master strength. Unbelievable. Incredible game. 2 wins in a row. Wow. Incredible endgame technique. Alright, let's play the next game. Ludwig. Niels, what's up with 500? Thank you. Come in the stream and you lost, man. Thank you. 500 donation for the loss. Well, you know, I have a very good position, like a massive advantage. But he can play perfect moves instantly from a very difficult position. I think that's pretty cool. Really incredible. I mean, it's only like minus 1.5 or minus 1 in that endgame with 2 bishops versus 2 knights. But I overextended the pawn and he defended like Karpov or something. I mean, that was incredible. The perfect speed and perfect play. The whole like last 20 moves of the game was like flawless defense by black. Incredibly strong effort. I don't think, you know, I deserve to lose, but the time was too much. You know, he's just fast, very fast. Imagine what would have been if I had won. Yeah, nothing. You just want to see me lose and then donate to support the stream. Thank you guys, Andromeda, on sound. You guys all supported the stream a lot. Nils this week getting that reminders with 500. I'll call you drunk, by the way. I just wanted to report that. I was like, hey, what drunk? I never thought of you that way, you know? All right. Good start. We lost the first game. Your site is great for me. I think I might be 100 points stronger since I started coming. Here. Yeah, watch me lose. Ludwig AC the way of the English attack here. Wow. All right. So everybody knows this 1400. Last time I played some guy, they crushed me. They were like another 1400, playing it basically perfect. It's all theory. Not an easy position to play for black this line. Yeah, dehydration not good, blue-eyed albino. Thank you for the 100 bits. The worse I play, the more donations we get. But I thought Morwa is getting really strong. Unprovoked. So that's an interesting move. How do you come up with that move? Where are these moves? This is an incredibly original idea to play 92-93 before he even conducts his kingside attack. That's something I've never seen before. D5 logical reaction, knight c3. You mean 92? But I don't see what the big deal is. It's like 92 is some sort of brilliancy I've never seen before. This is a pretty amazing play. Alright, dude. Ludwig AC. Does he always play e4? Maybe you're watching the wrong stream, buddy. Obviously. You're obviously watching the wrong stream. Let's try to play some chess here. Alright. So, counterplay is nil. Let's try doing this. Yeah, you're watching the wrong stream, clearly. You look like one mess. What is the Nemesis? Nemesis X. Nemesis. D5 here. Now I'm playing it. I probably should have played it before when you said it. The D5 break is strange. In this position, I thought he should just play E5. I mean, black is playing... I mean, white is playing this like a master, you know? It's not something I would see from a 1500. So I'm not really sure about Ludwig's rating, you know? This is not the first game I've said this, but he seems like strong for 1500. Alright, dude. What's this E4? Just a crazy blunder? I don't understand this. What is going on here? Bishop takes C5. Yeah, this was just a crazy blunder. He just hung a piece. I mean, after playing this opening like perfectly with a creative new idea, he just dropped a piece. Man. Ludwig is a huge talent. But I don't just what happened here. He just blundered, dropped a piece. This is better for white. A very original idea on move 12. I played this position probably dozens of times for black. And I've never seen anyone voluntarily retreat their knight to E2. But it makes a lot of sense. Totally unique idea. You have the power now. Amar Sinaga. How do we know when to leave the pawns tension and when to break them? Well, I mean, I think when you have an advantage, it's not just about pawns. I think tension is existing, and not only pawns, but with the pieces as well. I mean, I think we should talk about tension in general, not just tension with the pawns. Basically, when you have an advantage of some kind, like more space, better development, if you have a constant advantage, I think it's in your best interest to maintain the tension, increase the pressure, increase the tension till the opponent kind of concedes, you know, and loses this battle of chicken, essentially. Man, let's see this opening here. I mean, for a second, like, where does 92 come from? That's a unique idea. I mean, wow. Was played by Ivanchuk. So, there you go. Played in one game in this position by anybody of all time. Actually, I hovered my mouse over 92. That's a really cool idea. I mean, Ivanchuk versus Volokitin. Just transfer the knight to G3. And, like, Uberdrive was talking about D5, but I don't think the D5 is effective. You know, he just shuts it down. So, I thought about E5. We don't have time for E5. So I played Bishop B7. He plays Knight G3. We're following the exact same game, Ivanchuk Volokitin. I also played with Volokitin in 2003. When he was refusing to take his feet out from under my chair. So Knight G3, Rook C8, same exact game. And now, at this point, Ludwig AC varied from Ivanchuk. No, he played G5. This is a theoretical novelty on move 14 by Ludwig AC with G5. The engine actually says black's better here. Acerbate, what's up? So you made a theoretical novelty on move 14 in an English attack. Sicilian. Knight e7, h4, probably the best move. And then I didn't know what to do, because nothing looks really good for black here. Computer agrees with my move, but I wasn't so happy with it. I mean, you should play e5, I think. But I might be wrong. I thought this was good for white, honestly. You just have like a space advantage. Wow, did you guys see this? The computer says knight b8. I never would have found that. Alright guys, let's go on. Someone on sound, you got to go again. I'll see you guys. Alright, we'll see you later, someone on sound. So Abdel, who we played before. This chat is usually so homogeneous, the trolls are very apparent. Homogeneous. Is it homogeneous or homogeneous? Homogeneous. Good trolls. I love it when new people come and they just like criticize my stream. It should be this, and we should play bullet, and nobody should talk, and whatever, man. Welcome to my stream. Bishop f4, bishop g7, e4. Abdel playing the London system, then playing e4. That's kind of inconsistent, but alright. What do we do? Can we play c5? Welcome everybody, International Master William Paschall. We're streaming from the US of A. We'll be back on Sunday. We're going to be doing our weekly simul at 4:30 Eastern Time here for 25 players, hopefully. Acerbate, how's it going? Good to see all you guys, all my friends. Good to have the friends in the stream. Is this a Sicilian now? Good question. I guess the answer is yes, right? I mean, if white plays e4 and black plays c5, I guess technically you could define it as a Sicilian. These are the early moves played, the primary pawn moves by both sides. So yeah, technically it is. It's a weird Smith-Morra, maybe. Someone on sound. All right, so I can win a piece here. Is there any compensation like e5, knight b5, pawn takes bishop, queen d6, or knight d6 check? I don't think that black should have a serious problem here. We lost to Morwa in the first game. It was a good game though, and we shouldn't have lost. But the time got the best of me. Eventually I cracked and lost the pawn. And I cracked again. Went into a lost king and pawn in game. He did do well, but he's playing really well. I'm impressed by his endgame technique. Okay, so there's queen d6 here, which is kind of an interesting move. He didn't go for that. Now, we should think twice about king position. I mean, king e7 might have some advantages over king f8, or disadvantages. Queen d5. Queen d5, bishop c4. Those are the primary suspects. The usual suspects. So I mean, this is the key move that we always need. Everybody needs a thneed. I'm not even looking at that b2 pawn. I don't need anything more. I just keep telling people this all the time. If you're up material, don't, you know, try to be greedy and win more than you need. I'll trade queens. I dare you to take. I didn't play knight f6 on move 1. So now you have this. Exactly. No, I mean, I think the London system loses some of its value when white, you know, has to face something very hyper-modern like g6 or d6. Clearly, this routine robotic d4, bishop f4. It shouldn't be appropriate against flexible pawn structures. Probably the London system makes the most sense after d4, d5. I don't think white is better. White is losing after the trade of queens. It's only a temporary investment. My favorite present. Present. That's what all the girls say. He's my favorite present. Give him to me for my birthday. So, what are we gonna do? We just take, and if we just take, we're just up a piece for nothing. Or we can go for more behind door number 2. Door number 2 looks more fun. Infinite Flash Chess. The nicest thing that Bob said about me. What's that? Refreshing to see a real shitty player like this. You shouldn't have said that about Infinite Flash. That's not right, man. He liked it, too. I'm just kidding, Ludwig. Yeah, I understand. I'm just making stupid jokes about the English language. Stupid English language jokes. Present and present. So, I'm still hurting from the first round loss. It's going to take me a while to recover from that painful experience against Morois. He's playing so well. What was the opening again in game 1? Oh, that was that weird Sicilian. I had such a good game, too. He played an absurd variation in the opening. How did he get away in the first place to even get to an endgame? I'll have to take a look at that, because I think I really screwed that first game up. You know, I mean, he should have been basically close to lost in the first place out of the opening. All right. Shut it down. No counterplay. We're just up a clear piece. 2 pieces, excuse me. All right. So, enough is enough. How do you all feel about e6 to c5 opening for black, a French variant? What you're talking about is the so-called Franco Benoni. Yeah, and I think that's a good system to a certain point. Like, I think that that's an opening that's going to have a really, really powerful effect up until about, you know, master level, where people start to have a clue about how to play against it. So, really good practical results with something like that, I think, against weaker players below 2200. But once you start to play strong players, they'll have a clue of what they're doing. I mean, hyper-modern chess openings work really well against low-rated players, and I think have increasingly less effect against masters. It takes a lot of skill to play with a space advantage, actually. So I would think something like that you're talking about, e6 c5 nemesis, is a really good practical system. Made your wife question everything. Wait, what are we talking about? We should have the trolls fingerprinted. Yeah, sounds good. Was that what you're talking about? Isn't c5 in the French a regular Benoni? Well, if you've got e4, e6, d4, c5, that's not a regular Benoni because white hasn't played c4 yet, you know. So it's kind of up to white whether or not, you know, he wants to play a regular Benoni. And the classical theory is that c4 is not as good as knight c3, but that actually may not be true. Okay, so this is really this guy's not going to give up, but he's down 2 pieces, so it's pretty hopeless. Oh, okay, yeah, you're making the wife nervous. No, I was not talking about from Bob's perspective. It would be interesting, but from a standard perspective, standard time control. I believe in standard time controls. Nothing nothing too weird. Alright. So Tropheus. Does Tropheus have 100 games? He's a brand new account. Nope. Bullet rating. Yeah, they don't count. So I'm not going to play that. He's going to freak out. Amar Sinaga. So you guys have to have 100 games or something close to 100 non-bullet games. I'm not going to play them. Knight F3. Testosterone is up next. With just a ribbon ties. Alright, Bob. You're close. You're close. You're close to getting timed out. You know that. And I know that. Not everybody knows. Too much information, man. Too detailed. Too detailed. I don't play people with like just brand new accounts. I always say that, dude. Alright. I've said it already. People need like 100 games. I said it several times in the stream. I explained it. Alright, dude. You're just one problem after another. Sorry. Well, I just left. What did I do? I just did something crazy. Somebody beat me to it. Beat me to it. Thank you. Problem. Some people just have a sort of problem. Alright, so C3. Let's try to break this up. Does this work? B4? Maybe this is asking too much here. Alright, we'll try something fun. Turkey farm's in the queue. Alright. First the guy challenged me to the wrong time control. Then he complained about that. Then he challenged me to the wrong time control, a different wrong time control. Then he complained about that. Then he challenged me to rated game. Then he, he complained about that. And then he didn't have enough games to play. It's just like one problem after another. Alright, B6 here. We're going to try to break up the structure here. A lifetime of problems. So, what are we going to do to attack F7? Patience is a virtue, right? Knight A3. We haven't talked about Tushar for a while. Well, Nils, what would you like to talk about? Tushar 2019. I had never, I never had anything against Tushar. He self-banned himself from my stream. I don't know. All right. I mean, sometimes I had the feeling he was a little too good. But uh-oh. Speaking of too good. Stephen Too Good. There was a guy in my elementary school named Stephen Too Good. I thought it was a strange name. Master of Tactics. I'm getting creative now. I need to get warmed up, though. The first game against him, wow, he catches me. He's like the fastest player among you guys. And he gets all ready. Like, he probably played 100 warm-up games. And, he catches me with the first game when he knows I'm slow. He knows I'm not warmed up. He's gearing up. An awesome name. What's an awesome name? The name game. Did I just... Well, what am I going to do? King takes. We played this player before once. Okay. I recognize the name. Now, I didn't even bother to check if they've got 100 games, because we did play them before. So I trust my judgment. Stephen Too Good. That's an awesome name. Yeah, I remember the guy, because it was like 3rd grade. I mean, everybody gives you a hard time about your name when you have a name like that, though. Yeah, it sounds made up. Can you imagine the other kids, though? I mean, you're going to get a really hard time. My only necessity is to drink a cup of coffee. Without that, I'm helpless. Well, it doesn't hurt me either. That's one of the reasons why I feel a little out of it when I do these streams. I normally have coffee in the morning, and then again, like around evening time. I don't want to like be drinking coffee constantly. So this middle of the day stream is tough because I'm like my coffee wore off. The morning coffee wore off, and so. Someone was asking me that, one of my mom's nurses was asking me yesterday if chess players, you know, use coffee. And I was like, yeah, of course they do. He literally asked me this question. Do chess players really rely on coffee? He was kind of not sure if it would be the case. But coffee, does anybody, Bob, you know everything, right? Wolf Sing, what's up? Our newest subscriber. Bob, you know everything, right? By Googling it? But is coffee considered to be like good for the brain, like improve brain function beyond just the caffeine aspect, you know? This guy was talking about some other function of coffee in that respect. I always assumed it was just the caffeine itself. Now, Amar Sisinaga is like fast. We got to give him credit. Fast. Oh, he's got a problem now? Or not? You have a problem with me? I'm winning a pawn. Delicious. Mr. Pawn. Oh my god, I missed this move? No. No. Oh man, he's got little tricks. But let's see, rook a3. Oh my god, I'm like blundering now. Getting ready to blunder. Blunderific. I thought somehow it might have some other benefits to the brain. I don't know, man, but it certainly helps me. No, Amar just dropped his queen. So, thank you for the game. Yeah, I'm gonna start declining more Waz challenges for the first game. I'm not gonna let him play first anymore. Sitting there like he's basically, it's basically what do you call that? When you lay in wait for someone. What is the word I'm looking for? The military term, an ambush. Yeah, ambush. Military term. Laying in wait for the enemy, an ambush. Basically, Morwa is like ambushing me for that first game. Alright. Doctors have been known to tell patients to reduce coffee intake. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a diuretic. I'm sure it has a lot of negative effects for some people. Like, antioxidants is another story. Alright, testosterone. What's up, Mr. Turkey? You gotta make sure you drink water with coffee. And, like, my mom didn't know that. Like, all her life, I guess she forgot or no one told her. So she was basically dehydrating herself all the time by drinking tons of coffee and not enough, like, water. It's a really good combination. You know, when you go to a European cafe, they automatically, like the traditional cafe in Budapest or Vienna or wherever, Cafe Budapest, you get like a glass of water, usually like mineral water, with your coffee. That's a traditional way to serve it. Interesting, right? If you haven't been to Europe, you wouldn't know that. So D4, I mean, I guess they do it in like Starbucks and some yuppie places too. Turkey Farm, what's up, man? Did Turkey Farm get dropped off the stream? Where is he? Where is he? I guess Turkey Farm got disconnected or something. We'll let him re-challenge me. I'm just going to abort the game. I'm sure he'll get logged back on. Alright, Wolfsing. Thank you for being a subscriber. He was involuntarily subscribed to the stream. I think he likes all drugs. Alright, non-discriminatory. What's the difference between an opiate and an opioid? An opioid is like an opiate, right? It's like an artificial. There's opiate and opioid. I'm not a drug expert. Like you, Bob. Alright, guys. He's out for a smoke break. Alright, I love the reverse Grunfeld against the man, I need my coffee. We've had this a lot, actually. Bishop g4. My old friend Alexander Wojciech has a game in the database on the lichess Opening Explorer against some guy where he just like crushed him. Right. Anything that's oid is like it's automatically like a simulated version, right? The opioid epidemic. So we've had this a number of times. This is kind of a fun variation. We open it up with e4, hitting the knight on g4, and start to tear at the... We tear away at the black position. Wow, h5, that's kind of a feisty move. It's kind of a reverse bishop g5 Grunfeld. Cool. It makes you wonder like how to continue here. Not at all obvious. I like h5, spicy move. That's not inappropriate. Our favorite move of our mascot, Panda. Knight e4. Might be a good move. Because of this idiot h3 move of mine. You see, he found it. Looks like best move. Knight e4. Brilliant. What do I do now? Try to challenge that knight. I'm gonna just try to challenge that knight, but I think the black's position is reasonable. Position. You have to go. Uh-oh, the white squares will crumble. Crumble and disintegrate. Wow. That's a little bit disturbing. Alright, I take. I'm not afraid to pull the trigger on bishop takes e4 if I have to. Alright, it's like Fischer-Bronstein. Wolfsing is doing a good job keeping this dubious line alive. Bishop takes e4 was kind of shaky. That was my original plan. Maybe I should just go with it. Bishop takes e4 and then knight d2 and just go after his pawn. But I'm really far behind in development. I have no pieces developed there. Bishop e4, giving up that white square bishop. Kind of risky. Man. Wolfsing doing a good job making this position work for black. But now the moment of truth. I mean, I really, I can't play f4, obviously. 722 now in Holland. The Holland Tunnel. No one ever uses that word here. Holland. It's hard to imagine that New York City was once a Dutch colony. New Amsterdam. What went wrong, Nils? I don't understand, man. It all went downhill. It all went downhill from there for you guys. Queen f7. You could have used to own New York City. Unbelievable. Queen f7. I'm just kidding around. I'm just kidding around. All right. It's the drunk guy. So Holland is technically the southern Netherlands. That's possible. I know nothing. The technicalities of the Netherlands, the geographical technicalities of northern Europe. Let's call it Northern Europe. I don't know. All right. I was in the airport once in Amsterdam. Holland is a province. Okay. That's like the traditional name that we used for it. I mean, was there some time when you guys called it? You called the country Holland? Or is that just an American? Is that just an English-speaking thing? King b1. A copycat. It's a total copycat effect. All right, now I can play f4. Maybe this is worth considering. On the other hand, f4 is I can play this. This is a weird move. The other hand, f4 blocks in my bishop, so let's not block in my bishop. Let's see what he does here. He's trying to place his rook where it will support the break c5. Advanced thinking. Advanced strategic thinking. Seminar. So Greek, it's called Holland too. You still call it Holland. That's good. Then I don't feel bad about something politically incorrect. The politically incorrect naming of foreign countries. All right, let's just crack down on the the e5 square. My bishop's outside the pawn chain. I don't know if that's good or bad now. This bishop is pretty weird out there. It's definitely interfering with his flight path, but you can get a feeling for Wolfsing's style. He's basically decent strategic style player. I didn't really know much about him. We only played once, so what can you say? How much knowledge can you really have on someone you've only played one game with? I'm pressurizing the one weak point I can target here. I would think that I could have maybe repositioned this to d3. Gotta watch for queen f5 check. Now we gotta watch for the breaks. Even h4 is interesting here. I don't think I have much. I don't dare playing King's Indian. You only want to play against the King's Indian? I don't play it much, you know. The King's Indian is like my old opening. But I kind of go through phases where I feel like playing different stuff. Grench. Grench is the Greek form of French, right? That's funny. You really call it Grench? That's the... Oh man. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, rook g5. We're overreaching. Overreach. Now my rook is about to get trapped by knight f7. It's a good time. We don't have to worry about that. How much play does he have here? Any sort of pawn break with h4. Guys, I'm going to do a simul on Sunday, as I do every week. Sunday at 4:30 ET. Real Gambit, yeah, I will play anybody who's in the queue and has 100 games, signs a, you know, they sign a waiver stating that they have never trolled my stream. They make a donation of at least $50. What happened? Rook f8. Alexa decided to broadcast the stream. I said the word. Alexa, be quiet. It's really weird. It's doing a weird thing. Alexa, show the cloud cam live view. It said there was an announcement. What is it talking about? An announcement. What are you talking about? Did you control my... Asterby, did you control my Alexa somehow? He like made this comment and then it started doing something weird. It's really strange. Wolf's thing is just suddenly increased speed. It's a little bit more why, like he's really trying to beat me on time. How dare you? How dare you try to beat me on time? Adjective, more why. It's like Hawaii. No, this better be a bit. This better be a good idea. He took that way. That a ways. This better work. You have to play King E6 there. It's okay, Turkey Farm, no problem. Alakon's gone. I have this friend from Hungary. He's an IM. Valère Cruti Valère, and he learned English by watching Hollywood movies. So he's really good at English, but he has like a country accent. It's really strange. It's just very funny. He talks like John Wayne. It's really just hilarious. Imagine if you watch like thousands of you're only learning English like without a class on your own by watching like Western movies or something. You end up talking like John Wayne. How you doing, partner? It's like ridiculous. Okay. I'm like, are you Hungarian? Are you sure? Yeah, man. Alright, so we're gonna play. If you got a rematch for me, Turkey Farm. Turkey Farm stepped out on us. So testosterone. Okay, knight f3. I'll try to be a little bit creative today. Something different. I don't like the Dutch there. What don't I normally play? D5. I don't normally play D45, so speak Turkish like a turkey. G3. It is so hard to play against this solid stuff. This is not the London. This is not the London, man. My bishop's on G4. That's a reverse Tory attack. Not to be confused with London. Who said that? T Dark said E5's coming. Yeah, this is a standard position. I mean, a standard setup for black. Highly recommended by many. The London is a headache. The Lundong. London is a headache for everyone involved. It's very solid and very boring. I mean, this is kind of boring too. I played so many times, especially with white, and also when I'm black against the King's Indian. I'm black in the King's Indian against the Tory attack proper. So I basically played his position, Testosterone's position, 8 million times, but never really got anything. I mean, you just can't really get an advantage. Asteroid, what are you talking about? You have an Amy too? I have to use code words. Asteroid, you have an Amy? I thought you were talking about mine. It won't stop broadcasting. What is it broadcasting? The chess machine that had a midget inside? Uh-huh. Oh, what was that called again? There were lots of articles about that stuff. Interesting stories. So testosterone, pretty standard position. I don't know about C3. Sometimes I feel like these squares get kind of weak. Knight to C4. Okay. What are you up to over there? Huh. I remember this game I was playing 2 years ago where my opponent played bishop takes knight on E3 and I was white and I almost jumped out of the chair. Like, I was sitting there and I would never imagine him trading, you know, for this knight on E3. It just didn't seem right. So I didn't even really seriously consider it as a continuation. And as I sat there and he reached out, I thought he was going to like retreat his bishop or something, but he like reached out and took my knight. I was like, what? Didn't even consider it. But now looking from his perspective, I think, you know, it makes some sense. You could see that, I guess. Brilliant move. Brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Knight f5 is coming. That is really irritating. Maybe my best bet is just freaking ignore it, you know? Just ignore it altogether. What do I do? Knight takes g4. He can get my white square bishop. I just don't know what to do here. Bishop f8, maybe. Seems weird. Definitely seems weird to do that. This is a tough call, guys. I mean, if I let his knight on f5, I'm going to be really sorry. Alright, let's go for this. Knight takes c4 was not possible. No, not really. I've played this type of position so much with white. I'm kind of changing plans midstream here. This is a brilliant play by my opponent thus far. Brilliant. I say that about everyone. I know. Bishop a7 was debatable. I mean, maybe I should have just passively retreated it back to f8. It looks so good on this diagonal. But at the end of the day, does it do anything, you know? And on f8. Alright, what are we going to do? I'm not happy with the way I played this. If I was white, I would probably be optimistic I had some small advantage here. The problem is, Bob, he's not drinking today. Just imagine if he was drunk. So Asterbait got an Alexa. Oops. Amy, sorry. Not talking to you. You can just chill out now.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
You're not sure about a lot of things. So, what's the b3 about? If bishop f8, you could have played g6, right? Well, not really effectively in any case. But Testosterone is playing this strangely. I think this is the wrong plan for Testosterone. b3, bishop a3. Keep streaming for a couple hours and you'll see me drunk. Load up the bits. I hope. We didn't have... Oh, by the way, guys, I mean, we're really close to green bits levels for this week. It's been a little slow. Andromeda 3 with 800. Dim with 600. Someone on Sound with 5. Nils with 5. But nobody's in the green category. So we've got only 2 streams left, today and Sunday, to finish out the week. Got to at least get somebody to 1,000 bits for the week. Alexa, what do you think about humans?
I don't have an opinion on that.
They don't have, yeah, she doesn't have an opinion. She, he, it. Okay, this is back to home base, basically. Neil says I cheered 1,000 bits somewhere else, so I'm broke. It's alright, man. I'll forgive you. G6. Kick it out. Kick it out. G4. H5. H5. Weakening my king side voluntarily. Alexa, close. Oops, wrong command. Alexa, show the CloudCam live view.
Okay.
I don't care if you forgive me. I'm trying to keep my 10,000 bits badge. What do you have to do to keep the 10,000 bits badge? The answer would be donate 1,000 bits, right? You ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. I mean, what do I expect? Black plays the bishop on g2 is bad. Don't tell him any secrets. Look, ma, no bad pieces. Dim, thank you for 100 bits. Closing in on Andromeda in second place for the week. Dim with 700. Inching closer. Andromeda, what's up? Playing for the dark squares. So in a way that is what you're talking about, like making the bishop bad again. What he has to do to lose it is for someone else to give more. Guys, don't forget Simul on Sunday. The first 25 players who are subscribers and friends and randoms, the first 25 players I get in there are going to play. Not just any 25, so it's not really like if you're first. I do take the subscribers first, but I'm up to 25 players. All right. Knight G4. Oh no. Can we get frisky here? We're going to get frisky. We're going for the all-in on the dark squares. 25 player bullet simul. Obviously that guy who was trolling earlier would be thrilled. He came to the right place. All I do is play bullet. It's my thing. So there is this kind of mating idea he could get on me. This doesn't look healthy for white. Where's the mate, though? Probably a mate for me if I'm not careful here. Just too dangerous. Yeah, the little bishop that could. He had a good position earlier, though. I think that white started to go wrong when he took his bishop off of c1. I mean, that's when the dark squares started to go. Notice how that diagonal became a problem. Because Testosterone played b3, bishop a3. And that's where he lost the thread. Sareja chess is new here. So I think, you know, guys, we're not going to be able to play 7 more games. I've got 45 minutes at most. Wait, I started at 12:30. So I have more time. So at 12:30 till 3 at the most. No, we've got an hour left. Okay, Sareja is up next. Solid. Wow. Whoa. 2-2-7-1 in bullet. We're not playing bullet with Sareja. Okay. I don't do that. More competitive against me in 3-0. Yeah, I mean, the faster the time control, the more random. Absolutely. I'm not like a flagger, you know, style player. You mean 3-0 simul, Nils? That'd be stupid. Alright, so Sareja is a donator to lichess, sponsoring lichess like myself, supporting lichess. I think is a good cause. Nice to see that. Uber driver said E5. Wait. What are you talking about? Uber driver, what is E5 in reference to? D4 knight of... Oh, you wanted me to play the Budapest Gambit. In honor of going back to Budapest in 2.5 weeks. I'm going to hopefully be going back to Budapest in about 2.5 weeks. So he wants me to play that. Does white have knight b5 here? Probably not a great move. I do play the Budapest in Wednesday streams. I've played it quite a bit, not so much lately, but in the past on my streams I have. Alright, so knight e4, he just takes on c5. It sort of sucks. Basically a kind of rather normal looking classical Nimzo, except weakened the dark squares a bit. Knight e4 takes. Knight takes c3, queen takes c3, bc, queen takes g7. I can't be having any of that, right? I mean, I could play... no, I can't. Yeah, okay, now it's practically looking like some sort of transposition to a rather standard type of line. Probably pretty good for white, though. He's bishop d3 now. I mean, maybe I should have played that while I had the chance. Should have played knight e4 in that last move instead of d6, I guess. Was my moment to try to get that in. I mean, it's funny because most classical Nimzo players like pretty much routinely take on c5, and you play this. I had a game with Yapishin where I was like white, and we had the same kind of line. I took on c5, and Yapishin takes back with the b pawn. We play that weird structure, imbalanced structure. Simultaneous cigarette exhibitions. I always joke about how Yapishin is the only person I know who smokes 2 cigarettes at the same time. Just to sort of get him in there while you're before you go back to your game. You might as well smoke 2 rather than have to take like 2 smoke breaks. Just simultaneously have 2 cigarettes. All right, so b4 looks like a good move. I mean, this is getting pretty good for white. Dim, thank you for donating 100 bits. Getting us up there. Asterbait, what happened? Whoa, I missed Asterbait's donation. Boom. 1,000 bits. Oh my god. Asterbait, where did that come from, man? Thank you. Asterbait broke through to first place, starting an unofficial bit war for the week. That's awesome, man. Holding back on the commercials. Lajos Portish. Duda was born in Budapest, but they misspelled his name on the birth certificate. Is that some sort of stupid joke? Have you been really drinking? I think Nils is really serious about drinking. That was a bad joke, man. But I mean, Duda is actually Slavic. It's got to be some kind of Slavic thing because, I mean, Dudas is like a very common Hungarian name. And so Duda is Polish too. It's whatever. It's like in a lot of languages. Andromeda donated 500 bits to retake the lead. Andromeda's in first place. The worst joke of the week goes to Nils. Alright, that's like I'm hungry in Hungary. We love that. Hungry in Hungary. Knight takes c4, bishop takes, queen c7. Let's go for it. Very deep combination here. Looks like you disable Streamlabs donations. I gave you something directly to PayPal. That's weird. I shouldn't have disabled the Streamlabs donations. I'll have to check that out. There's no reason that should have happened, but we'll check it out. Yeah, Duda is Polish. Oh man, I think I miscalculated this. Darn. I can't believe I miscalculated this. My mom's making a move in the other room. I just screwed up my whole position. That's so sick. Guys distracted me with the donations. Distracted me. Wait, what's the material here? Why do I have to give you the exchange? I'm going into God mode. I'm gonna have to give him the exchange. Some interesting possibilities here, but it's not quite working. What am I thinking now? I could play rook e8. Oh man, I'm having like flat out hallucinations here. Damn, dude. Just flat out hallucinations. Those are our emotes. Flustered. I was totally winning, but I blundered. Acerbate and Andromeda, those big donations upset me. Very deeply upset. But Sharasia just freaked out themselves. The combination was too weird. Everyone blundered. Queen takes c4 was the move. Now white just blundered everything. That's weird. I was having the weirdest hallucination for the longest time. I sat there for 55 seconds thinking that like bishop takes f6, rook e8, rook c1 was like a move. I was literally analyzing rook c1, queen b8, you know, and thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna lose the exchange. Once in a while you get hooked on phonics. One blunder leads to another, exactly. Yeah, he's just losing. Now I'm getting too fancy. This is probably good, but definitely a little over the top. Slightly over the top. It's probably good. Probably. Epaulette rooks. Extended epaulettes. Playing double rook odds. King d1, queen d4 check. Well, this is immediately fatal. I guess this is like an improved version of that. Eventually it will be mate. Azerbaijan gifted a tier 1 sub to Real Grambit. Nice job. Well, king c1. That's just mate immediately. In the crate. Get in the crate. Acer mate. Acer mate. Where's my mate? Mate is great. He gives me chocolate cake. Where's the mate, dude? Alright, finally. That was a long one. Still, I'm not... Please, just end the misery. Oh man, this was not a convincing game. Not a convincing game. I'm happy for the calm rook e8 move. That maybe saves me from losing the exchange. But I was having weird hallucinations, guys. Good recovery. Acerbate donating all of his bits here. 1,500 for the day. Thank you. Acerbate, man. Thank you so much. Big support for the stream from Acerbate this week. Andromeda as well, 1,300. Dim as always, 800. Someone on sound, Nils, Merle Dixon, Ludwig, Fishrat Cal, Columbia, and Orlova Chess, who raided in the last couple days. Back to 2 bits for the like of me. Acerbate, much appreciated. Don't spend all your bits in one place. Alright guys, we've got 2 o'clock, so we've got another 30 minutes at least. Maybe even longer if things go well. Unicorn 99, who we did play before. Solid player. Let's add up his games. 114. Alright, see, that's what I'm talking about. At least 100 games of non-bullet. Alright. So many gift subs. We had another gift sub. We need some more subs because we lost a couple. Acerbate gifted tier 1 to Real Grambit, and I'm stuttering like a maniac. Andromeda 300 keeps coming. So passes Acerbate for the bit lead for the week. 300 keeping number 1. Thank you, Andromeda. Alright, what do we got for games here? Let's play some fun stuff. Someone suggested knight f6 on move 1 earlier. Xerox and Dobasuka are watching. Players who we've seen before. Friday's a good day. Lots of viewers. We didn't have any raid today, right? Feels like it though. We got like 60 viewers. The other day we had Chess with Chris and Orlova Chess raiding. This is kind of a dangerous line, actually. I'm supposed to play... I guess you're supposed to play knight takes c3, but I played this. I'm not sure how good this is. Carlson did play knight g8. That's true. JCS with the Soltigo. The Soltigo emote. I haven't been able to watch Soltigo, but I would probably watch him or some of our other friends if I had any life. A little bit busy at the moment, taking care of my mom. Got to get her over to Budapest with the family soon. I'm going to be going back to Budapest in 2.5 weeks, hopefully. So knight f3, just developing the pieces. That makes sense. Makes sense. So if I play d6, how does this go? So knight takes cd, cd, ed, takes... I think this is standard. If I had a life. If I had a life, Bob, obviously. Why would anybody play this? It's not that bad. I mean, the c5, this is a pretty good line for white, but I don't think it's that great. I did lose this one tournament where I was on tilt. I started with 0-2 to little kids. This was a long time ago, like 15 years ago. I had this tournament where I just got food poisoning in round 1 and just never recovered. Started playing crazy openings like Aliokin's defense. Okay, Unicorn just gave me a pawn. Thank you. This is useful, though. It keeps my d5 knight protected. Generosity. Not in the form of bits, but in the form of pawns. Appreciate it here. Okay, so now... Bishop g4, queen b3. I want to get my bishop outside the pawn chain, but... we could play knight b6. This is actually not a bad move. Was it Hastings? No. No, Hastings was never that bad. I never have a really good tournament in Hastings, but I never jettison my act completely like that. Food poisoning? Did that make you think of Hastings? No, I was lucky at Hastings. I've never gotten food poisoning. I've been lucky there. I don't go to fish and chip shops, though. Maybe that's the best way to get food poisoning. I'm guessing. I don't know. I had Indian with Mark Hebden the last time I ate in Hastings. King f7. My last meal in Hastings was Indian food with Mark. Knight g5 check. King g8. Queen b3 is no problem. We've got queen f3. Bishop takes f7, of course. Crushing. That's always the excuse, Percy Hepworth. I mean, traveling the world playing chess is tricky stuff. Food poisoning is nothing to joke about. So now it's basically e6 and queen f7 mate. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That actually happened. That's a bizarre mate, man. A bizarre mate, man. I'm not buying this. I don't subscribe to your mating fantasies. Like Bob. It's a nice idea, though. You got to give him credit. I've never seen that mate with a pawn like that. That's very unusual. I'm sure that I'm just behind the times here. The last time I had food poisoning was at a poker tournament. And before that, the casinos are really bad for getting sick. That's probably worse than chess tournaments. I always get sick in hotels. Hastings, I was lucky. I've been there like 3 or 4 times. Never got ill. I had this thing going like 2 years ago where every single time I like went to a tournament or something, I got sick. It was, or right before the tournament started. That was starting to get like, to be like a, and I don't get sick that often. I mean, it was getting to be like a joke. Um, $200 bits. Who donated that? You're in trouble now, T-Dark. T-Dark donated 200 bits. You guys are generous, man. Today's been a great day for bit donations. Friday is a good day for viewers. Having fun here. Lots of donations. We'll be back on Sunday with a simul. So 25 players. There's no mate. White is down a piece. Right. Well, that's fine. You're on my C pawn. I don't care so much about the C pawn. What happens if H6? Actually, knight F7. I don't know if White was thinking about maybe B3 to clear the diagonal to set up mates in that way. I mean, maybe like that's his plan. Not so much this pawn. Exactly, Uber driver. I'm not in trouble now. Knight F7. I could give back material with like bishop takes E6. That's probably really good for me. Not that clear though. Knight F7, bishop E6, knight H8, king H8, knight takes C5. Starts to feel like White has pretty good play. So I guess we have to batten down the hatches materially. And that is a little troubling. Let's say knight F7, rook H7, knight takes C5, and I can't play knight A6 anymore. I mean, this is a move that maybe I should have taken the time to think about seriously playing that. Right. I mean, I'm up a whole piece and nothing but the piece. So help me God. Maybe we just give him the freaking rook. Freaking. Have my freaking rook. This attack on G6 could be catastrophic. So maybe he's threatening something like Queen G4 to that effect. Queen G4 looks particularly nasty. In other words, like knight A6, he doesn't take my rook. He plays Queen G4. And then it's problem, how do I protect? Big problem. Maybe we really have to get rid of that knight before it's too late. Like bishop takes E6, knight H8. Okay, king H8, knight C5, bishop D5. So this position, yeah, I don't know. All right. It's kind of dicey. There's queen C3 check. Gotta watch out for that check. So at the end of the day, we have three, I want to say 3 pieces. 2 pieces for a rook. That's all there is to it. 2 pieces for a rook and 2 bishops pair. Queen G3, no problem. I'm getting my pieces developed. This is a monster. Black is good. We're just good. He's got a pawn for it now. So he's got a pawn and a rook for the 2 pieces, which is, I was expecting knight takes B7. He didn't want it. But now it's just material advantage. Significant material advantage. Let's say. He needs a knight on E5. So I should have played the other knight to D5. That was dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Other knight to D5. Fishrat Cow just subscribed with a tier 1 sub. Thank you, Fishrat Cow, for doing that. Weaken my king side a little. Let's try that. Good idea. Unicorn, if this guy is fast. Tricky tactically. Gave him a little unnecessary play here. Shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have given him anything. Basically, that was unnecessary. White could have played F4 last move. I mean, that would have totally changed it. He's doing pretty well after that, actually. I could just simply take his bishop, but I don't think it's necessary. You see, this is why I play this opening. It's just fun. And basically, Alyukin's defense is just fun for both sides. Get really crazy positions. Time to use our rooks. Is this a good move? Is that a good move? I don't know. I could have played bishop d3. Oh my god. He's losing the exchange there. Alright. That'll do it. Now it's too much. Anonymous Gifter is gifting tier 1 sub to Sladgy's community. Anonymous Gifter gave Orlova Chess a tier 1 sub. And Fishrat Cow just subscribed. We know that. Okay. Any connection between Fishrat Cow and Orlova getting a tier 1 sub? How does that work, by the way? Was it really, like, random that Orlova Chess got it? Or did somebody, like, choose? It should be random, right? I didn't know Orlova Chess was even here. Alright. I know that she, like, raided the stream yesterday. I guess you don't have to be here, though. Or how does it work? I don't even know how it works. A lot of action here, JCS. You're Armad. You're supposed to be up on the gift subs. I'm just kidding, man. It's fun. This guy's not giving up, though. It's random. So, I mean... But, I mean, does Orlova Chess have to be here, necessarily? A great opening against the London. London is brutal. Alright. Let's give it up, Unicorn. Give it up for unicorns. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for unicorns. I miss unicorns. National Master Unicorns. He used to be in my stream sometimes. He would play in my tournaments and stuff. I even sent him a message. Hey man, why do you never come to my streams anymore? He's like, sorry, I'd like to come. One of the only masters. We've had Yellow Dragoon lately. He's almost 2,300 FIDE. Congratulations to Orlova Chess for getting a free sub to the stream. Alright, resign, please resign. No. Not resigning. It's stalemate. No stalemate. It's almost stalemate. Dude, please resign. Oh, they have Rook C8. That's irritating. That's so irritating. Stopping Bishop C3 and all that jazz. Now I have to play this all out again with a new pawn. Oh, you didn't take the rook. They're playing for stalemate. Now I have to make, like, is this the player I made multiple queens against? And come on, you're gonna make me make multiple queens? I resign. All right, guys, thank you so much for the donations today and the gift subs. This is awesome. Great stream. IMC. All right, let's try to pronounce this correctly. I McFarland 93. All right, he's got enough games. The dude's rematching me, but I'm not gonna play the same player. We only have time to play like 10 or 12 games per stream. So, all right, guys, what's up? It's 2:16. E4. Stockfish likes to make multiple queens too. I'm playing my blitz openings. Lurking or idle. Maybe they're streaming too. Maybe Orlova Chess is streaming too. I don't know. They weren't raiding though. Alright. Sometimes I like to make bishop and knight and practice the mate. That's the way to punish them, Uber. I agree. You know, I would do that if it wasn't on the stream and I had time to fool around. Isn't this what we had before, like last week? A very similar thing from Mule Skinner. Wasn't it Muleskinner or Morales? I get them confused. Alright, so we haven't seen those guys this week too much. Bishop b4. I try to keep the tension, but this is bishop d3. I don't know about that here. That looks a little too weird. We'll try it. We about deleted Gladys Troll. I'm sorry, man. What'd you type in? You misbehaving again, Gladys Troll? Gladys, what's up? Gladys Troll. Gladys Troll and the Pips. What's up, Gladys? So knight f6. Yeah, this is similar to what we had last. Weiirdopenings.com. Queen e2, bishop takes, dc, and that's kind of boring. But alright, whatever. Something weird. No caps, no fun. Trolling like the Donald. Lots of caps. Very original. Your spelling is probably better. Queen e2. What is up, guys? Try your caps again. Cap gun. Conventional trolls. Our weapons only affect conventional trolls. Now I don't want to. Alright, man. I refuse to release the tension. As does black. Gets my goat. Astrobate, is that a Super Bowl reference? Super Bowl Sunday. The GOAT. The only thing I don't like about Tom Brady is his avid support for Donald Trump. But you can't, you know, nobody's perfect. What can I say? Alright. We're going to see the Patriots play on Sunday. I'm not going to see them personally live. I'd like to go to Atlanta. If anyone wants to send me some Super Bowl tickets, I'll take my mom. Can't leave her alone. E5 looks juicy. Yeah, I've been kind of putting it off. The GOAT. It was on the news yesterday that some like news editor lost his job for trolling Tom Brady, putting like cheater, like the cheater, secretly putting that in like the broadcast or something that he did. All right, a6 with a knight. Now threatening knight c5. That's pretty subtle. Wow, I like that. What a master of tension. Very rare. See a player around this rating, let's say 1400. McFarlane just, sorry, not willing to release the tension. Hostage situation here. I didn't mean it like Bob, you know, JCS. I'm not talking, you know, in that way. But I'm like a Patriots fan, so I don't like to speak ill of the players, but the GOAT. All right. The WOAT. Who's the WOAT? WOAT is not a word. Bishop takes a6. Maybe I should just take it. I hate doing this, though. You know, I'm giving up my white square bishop. That's lame. I mean, this was lame. I shouldn't do this. This is wrong. This is just wrong. But we got to do something. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't think this is so promising for white. I've given up my white squared bishop, and I don't know if I really have enough to show for it. In between move. Wow. But I don't like that for black, giving up the pair of Bs. Unnecessary roughness. 200 yards. No. You see, the good thing about being in the United States as opposed to Hungary is that I can actually watch NFL games. Like, it sucks living in Budapest. The Super Bowl is like, the Super Bowl is at 9 p.m. or whatever. I mean, isn't it in the night this year? Like usually. I mean, it's so hard watching NFL games in the middle of the morning or, you know, something like that. A rugby league in the US, I'm sure they have, but it's not that popular. My roommate in college, one of my roommates was a rugby player. He was kind of a moron. I guess he got hit in the head too many times. B takes C3. We could just sacrifice a pawn, I guess, but this is a little ambitious. Obviously, American football inspired by rugby. Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, living in our current era. Anyway, how the Bears doing? So, just all right. That was wrong of me to say that. You drew a blank. How's the nightlife in Budapest? Probably pretty good. I'm obviously too old with very little life. I play poker when I have time. It's usually what I do with my free time. So I'm not like going out to nightclubs and stuff too much. Wow, what are we doing here? This guy's 1400. He's playing really well. I'm a little bit scared. Gotta be careful now. The doubled A pawns, you don't scare white in the endgame. That's right. I don't feel like I'm really down a pawn. I'm just ignoring that, basically. Is that the other guy? Do you think that guy just switched topics, right? He's the troll who used to be like a neo-Nazi pedophile, and now he's like switched over to Donald Trump or something. A new obsession. All right, so D4. Yeah, this guy is playing monstrously well. Bishop B2. Underrated. Gladys Troll, you're an expert on the subject, eh? The dude makes a new account every day, just like that other guy. I mean, I'm saying I think he's the same guy. He got bored of being like a neo-Nazi, so now he's something else. D4 was great. D4 was a standout move, but the knight on B5 is trapped. That's not going to be good. It's all a deep trap to get me to like play A4 and weaken my A pawn, make him come back here. The owner of the New England Patriots. Yeah, I mean, it's a natural assumption thinking like Robert Kraft is connected to Kraft food somehow, but I guess there's no connection there. All right, yeah, we just want a piece. So McFarland played really well, just like gave me the piece unnecessarily. He retreated the knight to the wrong square on B5. He was doing well in this game, though, I think. It's safe to say. It's still not over. Astrobate, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, my friend? Did you have your lunch yet? Maybe you need a solid meal or something. All right. Thank you guys for the donations. Andromeda, Astrobate, Dim. Nope. Nope. Let's test Astrobate's commercial knowledge. Nope. Which commercial is that from? Oops. So you know you're watching too much TV if you can answer this question. How is this blunder possible? It's possible. He lost control of the position. Alright. He played well until he lost a piece. So we've got maybe 15 minutes left. I'll try to stream for another 15 minutes. We'll see how it goes. My mom's sleeping. Take care of her. If she needs to go somewhere, I've got to go. So Vichy the player. Guess what day it is? You're watching that commercial now? Where is Astrobate? Hump day. It's not hump day. He likes the camel commercial. You've been doing some drinking, Astrobate? Close Sicilian. Oh, this guy's played really well. I had to pull his teeth out to just get him to resign last time. 3 games I played with him. You have to watch American TV to get the references. Alright. F4, G6, Bishop C4. Good to see Bishop C4, because I think that setups with Bishop E5 are better, objectively. So we're always happy to see Bishop C4. JCS says, I haven't watched much TV other than news and sports. Well, they all have commercials. You can't really get away from that aspect. The one thing I don't understand is that I live in Massachusetts and they play commercials for Sonic. There are no Sonics here, you know. I don't understand why we get commercials for Sonic. You know, fast food restaurant. That's really strange. Is that all over the country or just in California? You have Sonic in Nevada? Astrobate? In Las Vegas? A3. A3 kind of slow. Slow like a sloth. Sloth life. Live slow. Uh-oh. I was expecting bishop here on A2. You have Sonic there, GCS. Okay, so it's pretty widespread. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have... I was thinking it was a California chain, but you wouldn't have, like, national commercials if it wasn't, like, in most of the country. Lights in the rim are dim. I must be hungry if I'm talking about burger restaurants. Okay, bishop to b5. We're just castling. Castellating. Or bishop g4 is also possible. If you went bishop a2, we would have ideas of d5, d4, d3. We already have d5, obviously. But d4, d3, kind of destroying his pawn structure, I think would be a good thing. Yeah. Apparently someone told Astrobate he appears normal. Position already seems equal, slightly better for black. I mean, yeah, Lord Tom, I think that if you put this on an engine, I mean, the whole, like, Grand Prix attack with bishop c4, if you put it on Stockfish, it's already advantage to black, like, right out of the gate. Like, better for black. Pretty much right out of the gate when you play bishop c4. And that's why the whole variation is... It's gone out of fashion for a reason, because it's just not as good as bishop e5. It's a different story if black doesn't play e6. If black plays d6 early, like on move 2, I think that that bishop c4 Grand Prix is okay. But if you don't play d6, if black just plays e6, we're talking not equal. It's probably better for black. It's gone beyond that stage, most likely. So is Boston too good for Sonic, or is Sonic too good for Boston? It's a good question. I mean, for all I know, like, they have Sonic in Boston now. I haven't been living there in a long time. But they didn't until, you know, at least what I've seen. I was there in the summer. I've never seen a Sonic in Boston, but it's not to say they don't have like one franchise somewhere. Not to say it's impossible. New fashion. Intermittent fasting. Hot dog shakes. High protein. So he gave up his bishop on c6 without doubling my pawns. But if he does challenge my bishop, excuse me, on g4, is it worth it to try to hold on to that piece? This mystery bishop, essentially. Two great tastes that taste great together. Hot dog and shakes. All right, c3. Laughing at my jokes. I'm going to get silly again, but yeah. c3. We're going to keep our bishop. We'll make a home for it. Maybe it'll come back out here. Bishop c8, bishop a6. That's getting a little fancy. This move is sort of stupid. I mean, b6, I'm just being lazy because I couldn't find a better move. Alright, Gladys Troll. That's the question I don't want to answer. Changing the best... Playing the best move can't change the objective valuation of the position. Oh, that's interesting. Sadie Fisher. d3, bishop c5, e3, f4. White should have gone for an early f5. I lost to Anthony Sadie playing the English in a blitz tournament. The only time I ever played him with white. He seemed to know what he was doing. Probably a bad opening choice. He's still around. He I think he played at the National Open or something in the last couple of years. I noticed. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I may be crazy. Maybe I'm confusing him with someone else. Alright, never mind. I'm not sure. Is Sadie still alive? It's a good question. He could be. Could totally still be alive. You know what I wondered the other day? A kind of weird thing, but do you ever wonder, like, who's the oldest person living who you know? You know, ask yourself that question. Do you even know? It would be interesting to figure that out. Like right now, the oldest person that you know well, if throughout your life, you could figure out who is still alive. All the older people that you know. There's probably some interesting person you never expected is still alive, who's like 100 years old, and you wouldn't even know it. I wondered about chess players. You know, some older chess player I just assumed was dead is probably still alive. Bishop takes f5, knight takes f5. We can take with the pawn, but I want to take with the queen and then give up my f7 pawn. I'm sorry for playing rook e8 now. He's making this beautiful sacrifice to free his bishop on c1. I respect that. That's a cool idea. Very cool idea. Right. All right, we're going to take this. We're going to go for it. I believe in this position for me. Rudolf Spielman. So Sid Stady. I can't even talk. I'm tired when I start stuttering. I didn't think you could develop stuttering when you're an adult, but apparently it's possible. I read that you can't develop dyslexia, which is weird because I feel like I've got it sometimes. John Curto is good with the king hunt. So Curto I was thinking about the other day. This is actually maybe the reason why I started thinking about it. Curto may still be alive. Absurdo. Hertan was mean. He would call him like Absurdo. But he's a good player. I mean, John was a good player. He's probably still alive. And if he's still alive, he's probably still playing. He's only like in his 80s, probably. But who else could be alive? Sadie's still alive. Other American chess masters. The oldest living American chess players. Let's say the oldest. Who are the oldest living American chess masters? Interesting question. Well, right. I mean, Benko is living in Budapest though since a long time. He's been back. I've seen him at the Hungarian Chess Federation. He's been back in Hungary for years. So it's, yeah, I don't know how to qualify Benko. Does he count as a Hungarian or an American? That's a tough one. Yeah, but Benko is like 91, maybe even older. I think he's 91. Okay, knight h6 check. That's a cool move. That's annoying. I have to give up this piece. And that is really annoying. Not just a little bit annoying. Maybe white is even better now. Man. Robert Burns been dead for years. He's been dead forever. He's been dead for a long time. Like 15 years, probably more. Yeah, I can't believe, actually, on the topic of old chess players, Moral Loser's like, I should retire like Kramnik. So Averbach is apparently still alive. That's very possible. That's cool. But I mean, I'm kind of thinking in terms of people who I actually met. Namely, I'm just fighting for a draw here. Essentially. This guy is incredibly strong for his lichess rating. Well, maybe it's Sushar. We were talking about Tushar the other, or even today, right? Someone had mentioned Tushar. Bishi the player. It would make sense. He'd be about the right strength to be Tushar. You guys were talking about who's Tushar. Maybe I said this already last time. Probably. This looks like the game I lost against Merle last week in the Simul. Something along these lines. Playing for a win from a slightly burst position. Good idea. That's a blunder. If he played c4, I really have no clue what's happening. The outside pawn and the knight are obviously big friends with each other. Soltigo just went live. Weird endgame. That's true. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I like his play at the end. Actually, I like his play the whole game. Opening was terrible. We're clearly better, but man, what's up with this endgame? From this point onward, man, I'd play like a genius just to make a draw, it looks like. He was never in any danger of losing like the whole endgame. He might have missed a win because he was playing fast there at one point. I thought maybe c4. Check this out. He's got what kind of numbers here? 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 11 cent pawn loss. That's pretty good statistics there. Interesting statistics. So on d4 check, I missed this like the previous move. That would have been stronger. Okay, what do we got for time? One last game against King Chaser. See if I can actually play this. The guy has an even score against me. He's 1900. Alright, e4, c5. He's giving me good opening odds, basically. I almost held. I mean, it was probably just a draw, but I was pushing too hard to win. Last time we lost against King Chaser, and to try to get some revenge. Guys, I'm going to be back on Sunday with a simul stream, 25 players. Congratulations to Tushar. Tushar 2. Knight c3, knight c6. What are we going to do? Last time, I don't remember. Maybe it was another Sicilian. Serious question. What's that, Gladys Troll? I didn't catch it. The actual visual Vichy, no. I don't think so. Wow, yesterday was Boris Spassky's 80th birthday. Wow. So he's only 80. Wow, I would have thought he was even older. It makes sense, I guess. There must be some chess masters who are like 100. It'd be interesting to know who the oldest living chess players are. Yeah, Benko was mentioned. He's 90, 91, I think. Portish is around 80 as well. Same age, approximately, as Spassky. Okay, King Chaser going to think tank here. He played a sharp line. This Kara-Clyde system. I've been having more trouble with f3 lately. I mean, this move avoids knight g4. I like that better. 80 is the new 50. The GOAT. This was played against me recently, last year in the Hungarian Team Championship. It's not that bad for white. I think there's a game where Korneyev played this with white. Wow, Averbach is 96. That's awesome. That is awesome. Does anybody know why officially Kramnik said he retired? I didn't read like any interviews or anything like that. For me, like the weird part is this, that he was, it would be one thing if he was like gradually deteriorating as a player, but basically he fought back to being like #2 in the world last year, in case nobody remembers. I mean, that's pretty weird, you know, like you get back to like around #2 in the world and you're basically, and now you're gonna like give up again. That seems like a lot of work for nothing. That's kind of strange. So it feels like maybe it's something specific that made Kramnik quit, you know. He retired because he got fired. He got tired. Well, I mean, we all get tired, but then we come back. I mean, it's one thing to like take a break, but just to quit permanently, it's pretty extreme. He's gonna collect stamps like Karpov now. So he retired due to bad health. Okay, I was just wondering if there's anything specific. I just wondered if it's something specific about health, if it is health related. Does Kramnik have like a serious health issue of some kind? I mean, yeah, you could just lose motivation. But again, it's hard to believe someone who quote-unquote lost motivation was, as recently as last year, ranked #2 in the world, you know? That doesn't really seem right to me. He has a bride-to-be. That's it, man. That'll ruin you every time. That will ruin you every time. That was it for Leko. He was done. Let's see, knight takes d4, queen takes d4. Okay, so this g4, man, very aggressive. I can do what I did against the guy from the Hungarian Team Championship. Basically play queen b6 and sort of shadow queen trade. Hungarian chess player Lilienthal. Well, Lilienthal passed away a couple years ago, and I was kind of bummed that I never met him. He's a form of arthritis. Don't we all? My hips hurt when I wake up in the morning, you know, but I'm not going to quit playing chess. He's having back issues. Yeah, there's stories. Tony Miles, who's a player who died too early, he had the back pains and he was like playing while he was like laying down or something. There's some famous stories about that. Who Miles played a whole tournament while he was like prone position. Quitter's disease. No, man. All respect to Kramnik. I'm just sorry because he's one of my favorite players, and I just hate to see people quitting the game competitively. Is that what it's going to become? We're like, we have to stop playing when we're 40. Morphy just stopped playing, you know, well before he died. He basically quit in middle age, or even before middle age. I mean, he was young. Queen g1. That's a weird move. How about this? Rook b8. If you're going to play one weird move, deserves another, King Chaser. Hort is there, and Hort was at the tournament in Weekends A, right? Another one is Vlastimil Janza from the Czech Republic, Czechia. Janza still plays in the World Senior. He's definitely got to be over 80, around 80. So what's going on here? Bishop f6? No. No. Knight takes d4. What if I just trade queens? I like endgames. I'll be right back. What did I say Janssen? What is Janssen's name? What is Jansen's first name? Kramnik said he would teach chess. He's got a pension. Probably does. He can reinstitute the Soviet system of having like pensions for players. King Chaser doing a good job. Tough player. He beat me the last time. He's got some wins against me. Guys, we'll be back on Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simul for 25 players. Just repeating for those of you who didn't hear me. Okay, this is a neat move. We go for b5. Man. More problems. 92 again. This guy is good, you know. He's really good. How about h5? Yeah, but he's going to hit me with knight to d4, so it's not going to work. I guess I have to play e5 now. It's sort of sad. That's not right. Carpet showers. You know that commercial. There's all kinds of problems. Knight f4. And this is a brilliantly played move. Again, 92 for the second time today. We're going to lose to him again, I'm afraid. Okay, my rook's doing nothing on b8 now. This is awkward. I mean, he's a really good player. I was just thinking, though, obviously, you know, the carpet shower needs a giant dryer. Very difficult to implement. I don't like the brown color. I'd go for a different shade. What is going on here, sir? Don't like you anymore. Chess playing stops you from gambling. Hey, that's good. I don't gamble, I just play poker. Alright, so actually I used to play blackjack sometimes when I was drunk, but just for fun. Alright, he came apart. Fell apart a little bit, but don't underestimate this guy. He's tough. Time to castle. Just kidding. Alright, well, this is a little awkward. My rook is attacked. Please don't hurt me. He's down the exchange and I'm acting like I'm scared, you know. Damn it. This is no time for time pressure. We have seconds left. Time to come back. I was just kidding. I'm back. Just kidding. The awkward knight g6 threatened. He had it all planned out. And that's really awkward. You gotta leave me alone. The toughest 1900. 100. Last game for today, guys. It's not over. He's pretty tough. He's not giving up. Unfortunately for him. Give me that. Give me that. Now we've got him. We've got him where we want him. 2 connected pass pawns. I know what to do. Just go. Go with the flow. This is a bit awkward. He's still going to have counterplay. I really screwed this up. Got him. That was tough. All right, man, tough game. Thanks, guys, for playing. Thanks, JCS, for moderating. I'll see everybody on Sunday for 25-player simul, 4:30 Eastern Time. Thank you guys for the donations, specifically Andromeda, Asterbait, and Dim today. We also had, let's see, Nils today as well. I think Dark, and that's about it. So all top 10. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. You can also donate via PayPal. We'll check out the Streamlabs link, see if that's still working. Thanks everybody for supporting the stream and subscribing. We have some new subs today and resubs. So thanks everybody. Fun games. I will see you on Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.